Welcome back to One Bills Live, training camp coverage day 3 here at St. John Fisher University. Chris Brown, Matty Glab, and joined on set now by number 9 in your program, number 1 on your safety list. It's Taylor Rapp, and Taylor had a banner day today. Thank you for great timing. We had you on the show. We knew we were getting you on the show, and I'm like, pick 1, pick 2, pick 3. And here's the other part that's hilarious. Bobby Babbage spoke to the media this morning, and they were asking him, how are the first 2 days gone? And he finishes his comment by saying, we have only 1 takeaway through the first 2 days, so that's not good. So well done in improving the quota there.
Yeah.
3 picks today.
There you go.
I guess what they say is true. It comes in bunches.
Yeah. Everyone, every DB knows that it comes in bunches. So it's great to get a few under my belt.
Yeah.
You know?
So they come in bunches, but what was it about today that you were able to get in great positioning and make some very athletic plays? Because that one interception that you had was a diving interception. That was
by the sideline.
athletically gifted, Taylor Rapp.
Yeah. The first one was, I got to see it on film, but just feeling it right now. That was a pretty good pick in my career.
Yeah.
And now being here for some time, how much has this system and the game slowed down for you now that you have a very true understanding of what you're supposed to be doing in this defense?
Yeah, I always say, like, second year of the system, you always take the biggest jump, and third year, obviously, you hope to continue taking jumps, and I felt like I've taken a huge jump as well going into year 3. So just excited to keep it rolling. Keep going at it. Cole, my guy right here, he's going to year 2. So I'm looking forward to seeing him, take a big jump too.
Yeah, my office is at the front end of the field house, so I am kind of privy as to what's going on in there throughout the calendar year.
Yeah.
And you kind of made the field house your office this winter.
Oh, yeah.
You were there a lot.
Yeah,
and
me and Cole got after it.
And Cole was right there with you.
Yeah.
Maybe just talk about what you two were trying to accomplish as a tandem through the course of the winter months, because it's hard to replicate 11-on-11 football when it's just the two of you. So how did you best manifest bonding as a tandem, number 1, and then number 2, getting to a place where you feel comfortable on the field working off one another?
Yeah, obviously I don't think people really realize how close you guys got to be as a safety tandem. Obviously here before, the legacy of Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde, they've been together 8 years.
Yeah.
And just continuity that they had. I can't say enough how important, how critical that is to be on the same page with your guy, and really him thinking what I'm thinking, and finishing my sentences, finishing my what I'm thinking and everything. And so we set out this offseason. I personally set out. I took pride in, us working together all offseason. And like you said, we were in the field house. Yeah. In the winter.
February,
in
March.
February, yeah. In the dark days in Buffalo. When no one on the team is around. So.
We know. We saw you two.
but me and Cole, we were here. Putting in the work, and it's just you put in the work in the off season, and it really shows during the season.
But are you sitting in film and you're just watching some film together from
we're
last year?
A little everything.
Okay.
A little everything. And like you said, it's hard to replicate 11-on-11 football.
Yeah.
And so just putting ourselves in a situation where we're working our eyes, our feet, our progression of a play and stuff like that, and making it as realistic as it can, so it can translate to the football field.
One more, and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to freeze you out here, Matty, but if there's only 2 of you and you want to get some field work in, are you putting landmarks out there like cones?
A little bit of everything.
And then he's behind you, and he's trying to read your alignment so he knows how he has to play. Do you do some of those games too?
A little bit of everything. You gotta we really opened up our imagination and just tried to obviously we also try to make the off season as hard as we can and make it as difficult as we can when we're running our drills out there, because you want it to be harder in the off season, and you want it to be easier out on the football field when we're actually going through that. So, we've had an incredible off season together.
Yeah.
And, just the first 3 days of practice, we're just
see a difference,
yeah,
feel a difference.
Just incredible chemistry, and it's just I'm looking forward to just keep ascending, and it's really those dark hours in the off season. They really pay off. When the bright lights come on,
Yeah.
and when you're out here with fans and the media and everything. So it's been an incredible off season.
Cole Bishop got a few starts in his rookie year. What is different about Cole Bishop in year 2?
Yeah, I just think his maturity. Obviously he came in as a rookie, and he is as mature as they come as a 20, 21-year-old, and just so eager to learn. Just being a sponge, just soaking up everything, and just putting his ego aside. And obviously he's drafted pretty high and stuff like that, and he's had to do everything he had to do to earn his right, and earn his playing time, and just done everything the right way. And I can't say enough great things about the kid. Just super excited to keep seeing his development and stuff like that. And it's gonna be fun.
Lean muscle. I mean, you look a little more yoked.
Taylor,
did
you
you
do.
add a little lean muscle?
Yeah,
'cause, I mean you got a lot of work in the box, and it can get a little nasty.
Oh,
in
it
there,
gets a little nasty. Trust me. I think
did you make it a point of emphasis for your off-season plan? I guess.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, big shout out to Will Greenberg. Our
Okay.
new strength coach. I really love what he's doing. His program, what he's put into place, and I have full trust in him, and everything that he's done is my kind of ball, in terms of his program, everything, the way he does, our warm-ups, you see guys after practice, actually, we have like this little recovery
Cool
circuit
down,
and
yeah.
cool down. You take your shoes off, you get grounded a little bit, touch your feet to the grass. I'm all about that. Just so everything he does, everything he programs, every set of a workout, every run, every rep is so intentional. And I think as I've gone through my years as a vet, and this is going to year 7. It's crazy to always say it. I say that now, going to year 7. It's crazy. I feel like the years have flown by. But what I've learned is, as you get older, you don't always have to work as hard. You don't have to put in. I'm not saying you don't have to work hard, but it's almost like you work smarter and not harder. And I've always been the guy that's always more, but your body can only take that so much, especially as you get older.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm 27 years old. That's pretty old in football years. Yeah, I know. I got Tre'Davious White and Taron Johnson, a little older, but 27 years old in football years, that's pretty old.
But you employ, as you get on in years, you employ an efficiency.
Yeah,
exactly. To your regimen.
Yeah, and so it's just. You figure out, I think I always tell the young guys, figure out your routine, figure out what works best for you. Look at guys who have look at Tre'Davious White, he's going to year 10.
Mm-hmm.
Look, why is he going into year 10? Why is he sticking around and having so much success? Look at his routine. Look at what he's doing throughout the day, and pick pieces, try them, and see what works for you. Not everyone is going to be doing what I'm doing. I promise you that. No one is as psycho as me, and no one is going to be doing, but there might be little pieces here and there that you can take and make part of your routine. So I always tell the young guys, figure out your routine, figure out what works best for you, figure out what works best for your body to make you feel as good out there on the football field, and try to make it as efficient as possible, because you don't need to be doing these. I mean, I can go on for days. This is a whole nother tangent.
You don't want to grind your body into the ground.
Exactly. And, I used to be, back in my LA days, I think, going into my contract year 4, I was so psycho that I was trying to do everything that I could, that I was, the life that I had off the football field was suffering because of it. Because I tell you, I was crazy. I was
out of your mind.
I was locking myself in our guest bedroom with one of our dogs and going to sleep at 7 p.m. and trying to get 12 hours of sleep during the week so I could, maximize my sleep. And, that the life with my, relationship with my wife had to suffer because of that. And I had to learn the hard way. And, you always you go through that stuff, and it's like eye-opening. You don't learn until you go through it. And I'm very glad that I went through that, and I knew, I had to dial things down, and because I was driving myself too crazy, and it's always that's when when I first got here in my year 5 going in, I really had to learn. There's got to be a balance, and you got to work smarter and not always harder. So
speaking of that routine, you've got your shoes off. You're getting grounded right now. I know you're into the health and wellness. What have you added to the routine this year that you love?
I don't know. I don't know if I've added anything. I probably cut out more than I've had, and made more time for my young son. We just had a baby. Our son, his name is Kylo. He's 3 months old. So
adorable.
I've had this off season, this OTAs, because my schedule and my regimen was pretty still high up there, and I couldn't spend the 4 or 5 hours on an off day at the facility like I used to. And so I had to cut things down and make things more efficient on an off day. Hey, I'll be gone an hour and a half at max. I'll be back to take care of, I'll nap with him and stuff like that. So I've really had to dial in and cut things back on my routine and try to make more time for my son. So it's
congrats.
been great.
Family life is fun at that time for sure. Jordan Hancock is a new guy, in your position room, and I realize he's kind of cross-training a little bit.
Yeah.
Is he asking the right questions? Like, what happens here. Like, young guys come in and vets pour into them.
Yeah.
So that, God forbid, if they're called upon, they're ready and there isn't a drop-off.
Right.
So part of that pouring in is making sure he's asking you the right things. Are you finding he's doing that?
Yeah, I mean, our whole position group, especially, Wande Owens too,
Yes.
Jordan Hancock, all the new guys, Derek Forrest, everyone. Couldn't ask for a better group to work with. Everyone's incredible. We have a great position coach in Joe Dana. Obviously Bobby Babich being the coordinator, and just those young guys. They're all sponges. Everyone is so eager to learn. Everyone's trying to soak up everything. And so yes, to answer your question, everyone asking the right questions. Everyone's so eager to learn. Couldn't ask for a better position group to work with.
Yeah. Well, thanks for spending some time with us, Taylor. We appreciate it.
Sure.
Thanks for sharing, and keep getting those picks, man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
It was awesome.
I mean, it's crazy, but, people don't realize this. Under Sean McDermott, this team has finished top 5 in takeaways almost every year he has been the head coach. It's just something you guys do as a matter of course.
And
it's
Bobby Babich
impressive.
had the hat on today at the press
Take
conference.
it away.
Take it away.
Yeah, and you followed suit. So well done today. Hope there are many more in your future.
For sure.
That's Taylor Rapp joining us here on One Bills Live with our training camp coverage. We're back with more after this. Stay tuned.